Well, it says we've got one watcher. Come on in. Grab you a cup of coffee. Come on in. Our dog said he had a shooter down the street. He's gonna go check that out. Well, I got one pot coffee down. I made 2 half pots. I have drank both of them. All right. We're up to 2 watchers. Welcome. Come on in. Well, everybody must have took off. Is there anybody out there? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hello, Rooster. Good morning. You're number one in here. $318 supporters. Welcome. You started in October of 2018. That's cool. I'm doing good, Brewster. Kind of slow taking off here. I'm so glad you came in. I thought my chat was broke. I appreciate it. It's a little warmer here today. Yep, you got to restart that computer. Well, thank you for being on a little longer. So I'm thinking you as a non-creator for a while before you made your channel. And I was the same way. I joined back in 2009, and I didn't actually do anything. The very first video that I made was in 2010. After I had my hip surgery, I was talking about how I was getting along with that. 27 days without a walker or a cane after, I don't know how I titled it, 27 days after hip surgery, I guess it was. But anyhow, that was the first video I made. I thought it was pretty cool. Right now, my mother-in-law, of course, she broke her hip. Mine was just a repair, but they still cut my femur in two and put a metal rod, put a neoprene ball into a plastic cup, and sewed her back up. Rooster, that's great. If that's what you want to do, that is awesome. You've got over 300 and some supporters. They know you. That's all that matters. It wasn't fun, but it's a lot funner now uh, because it was pain, bone to bone, when I had mine done. And I'm not for sure what she's going through as far as pain. They didn't remove the joint where the ball goes into the cup. They just put a rod beside her bone and screwed into the bone. And then that bone has to mend. But she's 86 years old. I was 53 at the time. So she's meaner than a $2 steak. She'll get her. They're they're going to move her from the hospital rehab today to an apartment that they have fixed up. They're hoping that she can get along without having nurses' care. My wife and her sister will be there helping her. It's about an hour from here. So I've already made 2 trips down there. It's kind of lonely here, but it's a lot more comfortable here for me than down there. And, I think I'd just be more in the way than I'd be any help. My wife, Pam, she said she was going to come home Monday. And she said, well, why don't you come down Sunday? I said, well, you're coming home Monday. Why would you want me to come down Sunday just for one day? You know. And she got upset. Yep, that's true. So you say Rooster 44. Are you 44 years old? Yeah, she probably misses me. I understand that. But it's over an hour down there. So I'm not going to stay the night because there wouldn't be a place to stay. And that's 2.5 hours about to drive down there and come back in one day. Oh, 44 has a different meaning, but not far from it. Okay. What do you do for a living? I myself, oh man, I got a frog in my throat. I myself, I'm disabled. I worked 40 hard years in a mom and pop lumber yard, not a sawmill, a lumber yard. Our products come in already sized, milled, plain, whatever. And when they come in, we need so many 2x4s, so many 2x6s, so many sheets of plywood. We fill the order and take it out and deliver it to them. That's what I done for 40 years. Plus stocking, loading, cleaning up, sweeping, just everything that you could do to make the boss happy. And after I had my hip replaced, I came back to work. The other two that was there ramrodding it, they quit and went to a petroleum, I guess, thing. I've done a few things, but right now I work in the printing industry. But I've done all sorts of work from factory to driving a truck. That is cool. Now, I drove a truck, I drove a forklift. Now, I didn't drive a semi. The biggest truck that I drove was a 24-foot flatbed, single axle truck. And we did have a portable forklift on the back of the truck called a spider because the wheels go down and up because you bring the body up, stick it in the carrier, raise the wheels and take off, and it's up in the air going down the road. So that's what I did. And after I had my hip replaced, I was telling you that, and then I read your comment. The last 4 years that I worked, I was foreman because the foreman and the other ramrod left, and they was pretty much a cockabur under my saddle. I mean, you know, they put a lot of work on me. They didn't want to do anything, so give the orders to Kim and he'd take it out. You know. So anyhow, I'm doing good. I've been off work. I quit in October of 2014. Nisha, if I pronounced that right, good morning to you. Thank you for coming in all the way from Thailand. Thailand. I appreciate you coming in. We don't advertise supporters to supporters, but I always try to help everybody that comes in for their channel to grow. I encourage everyone to look at each other's channel and you know, help them grow. Hello, Marianne. Good morning to you. What are we cooking this morning? I'm thinking about the senior citizen in the hospital. They don't have quite what I would like to eat today. So I'm thinking I'm going to go to Walmart after the live stream and get me one of them rotisserie chickens. Of course, Pam's not here, but we love that rotisserie chicken, and it works out pretty good. I eat the dark meat and she eats the white meat. So what'll happen today is I don't like the white meat. I'll put the white meat out there in the alley for the cats or the coons or whatever's coming down the alley. Something will eat it. I won't waste it. They are good chickens. Oh, I'll tell you what. And if they don't have one ready, a lot of times they have one that's cold. Perfect. All I have to do is stick it in the microwave and heat it up a little bit. Uh, I I do think that when I go to get that, I will stop by the hospital and get the mashed potatoes, and I think they're having broccoli and cheese sauce. That'll be great. That'll work. So that'll be a delicious meal for me. Yeah, it is. You know. Now I don't know what I'll have for supper. I'll have to do something different for supper. A lot of times when I go to the hospital or seniors, if it's good enough, I'll get two orders and I'll come home and place one in the fridge. And then when supper time comes, I just nuke it and there's my supper. Pam's Pam's with her mother. I don't cook. I can. I don't see no point of it. It's hard to cook for one person. And if I cook, then I make too much and then I eat too much. So when I go to the hospital or the seniors, they give you a portion. When it's gone, I'm done. You know, you got a big bowl of whatever, I'll have I'll have a little bit more. And I have done a few buffets since she's been gone, but I try to keep that down to a minimum. I uh, I love the Chinese restaurant. I really do. And I try to keep uh, bananas and oranges. This has been going on about 2 weeks, Rooster. She, let's see, I got it wrote down here. I have to turn the calendar back. Mother fell on the 13th, and she had set. That was on Saturday in April, and she had surgery the very next day on Sunday. So last Sunday was 2 weeks. I believe that's right. So Medicare has already said you're out of the hospital, you're out of here. And they don't want to put her in a nursing home. I can appreciate that. But if she went to a nursing home, Medicare would have paid 120 days. So I don't know. But she agreed that she didn't want to go back to her house. Uh, she said, I want to sell my cars, the house, the whole 9 yards, have an auction, get rid of all of it. And the apartment did not come furnished. So they moved everything over there for her to live comfortably. The beds, the couch, TVs. She has uh, well, it's not a big kitchen, but it's a full kitchen. So if she wants to cook or somebody wants to cook for her, she can cook. They do furnish 3 meals a day at this place that uh, she's at, and she's in the very far corner. And she has a porch she can walk out, and it's got a pond across there. Um, I mean, it's open. She can look at the world. She's not she's not going to be stuck in a apartment. And she knows a lot of the ladies that stays there. She can just open her door and go right down the hall and visit, or they can come to her. So you know, it's a very nice place. It's got 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, a living room. There's a kitchen with a bar separating the kitchen and the living room. It is very nice. And of course, you got closets, you got a storage place in between uh, one one bedroom and the bathroom. And the bathroom's got a call switch in case she needs something. She can pull a chain, they'll be right there. So that's what she needs. And I hope everything works out for her. I really do. So, Nisha, how are you doing this fine, outstanding day? It's probably night for you. Rooster, I understand. You go make that phone call. But I appreciate you being here. I'm going to be here for a while. Uh, unless people come in, I'm shooting for 10 o'clock my time. And it's 8:20 here. So just try to show a little support for other people and get people in here and we get chat back and forth and make a little watch time. I've got plenty of watch time, but I have to keep it up. And Marianne, how are you doing this fine morning? If you're still in here, says I got 5 people watching. That's cool. Anybody that's still in here want to talk about something? Let's bring her up. The floor is open. Well, if we don't have any chat going on, maybe I'm going to have to sing to you. That'll get you going. Heavenly sunshine, glory divine. That scares some people away. Well, we're down to 3 people. Two people took off. Oh, it's trying to rain a little bit today. Says 66 degrees and light rain. Um, it is a little warmer in the house. I'm going to try to toughen it out and not turn that air on for a while. Oh, looks like the rain's coming across. Uh, Fort Lauderdale, Florida is 78 degrees there. Up in Foster, Oregon, it's only 34 degrees, it says. That's cool. Sister Bay, Wisconsin, 38. Egg Harbor, Wisconsin, 38 degrees. Says it's 66 here. That's cool. Says it's 77 in the house, and I don't have anything on except one ceiling fan right here in this room. As long as I can stay here kind of comfortable. If it gets any hotter in the house, the air's going to be switched on, at least for a while. Bring the temperature down to about 70. I can stand the heat if I'm outside working. I don't like to sit inside and be hot and sweat. There's no reason for it. I'll give it a shot to try to do without the air for a while. I do not open the windows because this is the dirtiest town that you've ever seen, and the dust just rolls in. And my wife has stuff sitting in front of windows where you can't get to them if you had to, you know. So it would be more trouble to open the window and shut it than to just turn the air on. And then by the same token, if you open the window, oh, you get fresh air, but you get all that humidity. And then you think, well, it's hot now. I need to turn the air on. So like right now, I got this one thing. It says it's 45% humidity in the house, but 75% humidity outside. Let's see what the computer says outside, because it won't say inside. Outside it says 80% humidity. Okay. So there you go. It's 80% humidity outside. You open the windows, all that humidity comes in the house. Then you think, okay, it's hot now. I'm going to shut the windows and turn the air on. 816 drones. Good morning to you. How's your fine day going on 816? I love them drone videos. I really do. I would love to have one, but just my luck, somebody would have a problem with me flying a drone and turn me in. Here come the law, blah, blah, blah. but I do like them. It's going good. Um, my wife, Pam, is still down uh, a little over an hour away with her mother today and has been for quite a while. It's been like 2 weeks since her mother fell and broke her hip. So they're going to be moving her from the hospital rehab to an apartment today. As far as her apartment, they've already moved everything from her house that she needs to live comfortable. It is set up for her. All she has to do is walk in. And my wife said that she's doing real good. She's walking with little assistance. She's still using a walker, as I understand. But I'm sure she'll get her. She is 86 years old, and I think she'll come out of it just fine. She's tougher than a $2 steak. And she said that she has the will and the notion that she's going to make it. So that right there is about 90% of what you got going. So 16 or 616, I am your supporter. Thank you very much for supporting me coming on our live stream. I always say our live stream because I just host it. It wouldn't be a live stream without the people coming in and chatting. And I understand that. And I'm not a big channel, but I'm trying to help people help themselves and help me. I have got a lot of support. Well, you are supporting me today, 616. So, what do you do for a living? Uh, in case you don't know, I'm disabled now. I'm on disability, but I worked 40 years at a mom and pop lumber yard. Worked very hard, tore up my body, had to quit. Can't do the work. IT coordinator. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Brain work, not hard work. Hard brain work, but not hard back work. Yeah, I had a lot of lifting, packing shingles, packing drywall in the house, put 20 sheets in this room, 10 in this room. They're babies, you know. Contractor would order it and not even show up to help. A wood shop at home. That's cool. I would I would like to have a wood shop. I've got the knowledge. I've got some tools, um, but I don't have the room. Uh, my garage is kind of a seasonal thing. It it's too cold in the winter. It's too hot in the summer. If I go out there in the winter, I've got a. It's like a carport. I did insulate the ceiling. I have a kerosene turbo heater, but man, it eats up that fuel. I can't afford to heat it all the time. You drove a boom truck, delivered drywall. Oh my God. Did you have to pack it in for them? I seen this one guy I delivered to this prison that we got out here. Hello, Columbia fan. Uh, he would pick up a a stack of drywall and turn it up on edgeways and stick it up there to the window of the office. Get down, go in there, and drag it in and carry it into the office. I don't know if he had help up there or what. Hello, Ann Fulton, my sister. Yep, that's what I did out in the winter. But I was talking about too cold to work out in my garage and heat it. Laundry time. Oh, that's cool. You could operate it. Okay, well, the guy that I seen, he had to climb way up and sit in the seat and use the boom up there. Now, I've seen them remote for concrete blocks. A guy used to deliver to our place with a boom like that, and then they went to a heavy duty spider that had a whole bunch of prongs. Yeah, he had the seat. Well, and I haven't seen, or well, I haven't heard from Miss Pam this morning. Today they're moving mother to the apartment, so that's going to be all about her today. Uh, I could, I could. Hello, sweet girl. Good morning. So they open at 10:30. What time are you going up there, Ian? Okay, you're going to wait until 11:30. Okay, I'll program my show then. I don't want to miss my show. I'll see you at 11:30 then. I got to go to the bank here in a little bit. Okay, now what do you mean Roy is going to cook out? Is he not going to the Chinese? Okay, I can go at 11:30, no problem. My colon needs a good cleansing anyhow. Oh, Roy's going to cook out for Franklin. Okay. So he's not going to Chinese. So when are you and Annabelle going? At 11:30? You got to hit me in the rock and tell me the whole story. Okay. So when are you going to Chinese? Sweet girl, how are you this fine morning? Thank you for coming in. 11:30. Okay. That's good for me. Okay. Sweet girl has a lot of videos. And she joined in August the 11th, 2011. She's got 281 supporters. Well, hello, Kathy. All right, there is a link to Sweet Girl's channel. If anybody would like to look at her channel, she has a lot of videos. I have not actually uh, watched them, but if we can show them channel love, it'd be great. You're welcome, sweet girl. I'm already a supporter, so all I can do is help you by posting your link. And Ann Fulton is my sister. She doesn't have any content, but she's off and running. An awesome singer. Well, that's good. I'll have to check out some of your videos. Nope, I didn't post home. Let me post this again for Sweet Girl. I posted the Sweet Girls in Illinois. Good deal. Hello, Marie. Good morning. Anyhow, I posted her about page. This is her home page. Try that one. Either one of them will get you to her channel. I was thinking that Grizz would be on here this morning. He was on Iron Dogs. Iron Dog had a shooter right down the street. The SWAT team, they called them out. He's going to go down and make a video of it. Hopefully that'll be something to look at. The way I understood, him and his sister got into an argument and he went crazy shooting up the joint. I don't think he shot her. I hope not. Yeah, it's a little close, Ann. Yeah, you just never know, Marie. Things are crazy around here, or the whole world. Not right where I'm at, but could be. Oh, Ann, did you read in the paper where Scott Toole got picked up? Imagine that. They found meth, had a traffic stop, and they found meth on him. He'll have another trip. Again, yeah. Did you read that in the paper? I guess his first name is Larry, but that's got to be it. And I don't know if they ever transferred anything, but Susan actually had the title to that car. He borrowed money on his car, and she had the title to it. So it didn't have a tag, no insurance. I think all that good stuff. Well, hello, Big Steve. How are you this fine, outstanding day? It probably was Monday. I don't remember. Every day runs together. It's about the same thing, a different day. Yeah, he was driving it. He's been sent up for meth, I don't know how many times. He gets out and they send him back up. Good deal, Big Steve. Yes, I consider you as my friend. I still consider you as my friend. I don't know what they stopped him for. They could have just seen him. I knew he didn't have any driver's license. They, they probably recognized who he was and stopped him. And I don't know how much meth he had. He had needles with him. Not yet, Marie. She said maybe Monday, but I don't know. She wanted me to go down there Sunday, and I said, well, you just told me you're coming home Monday. Well, that made her mad. So I told her to call me back last night when she cooled off. Well, evidently she didn't cool off. Grizz makes fun of everybody. Yeah, yeah. They bring him in and he does work for him. When he was in jail, he put the razor wire up around the fence. They had him doing that. Well, I understand, sweet girl, but what am I going to do to go down there? I talked this over with my sister, and she kind of agreed with me. I think, I hope. Yeah, I don't know if that barber's still across the street or not, but I'm sure that they knew that he went and got a haircut. That's right. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Take your time, Rooster. We'll be here for a while. Well, we got 9 people watching. And would you like to try it on your phone again? I can email you a link. Okay, you're happy at typing. Oh, I closed out my Hangout. I'm back. Well, in a little bit, I'm shooting for 10 o'clock, shutting the live stream down. I got to go to the bank. I'll set my video for the show. Then I can watch it at my leisure. I kind of like watching it that way because them 30-minute video, or you got an hour show and you got 30 minutes of commercials. So I can buzz right through it. I can watch an hour show in 30, 40 minutes. Okay, Ann. She means she's got to change clothes from the washer to the dryer. Okay, 6:16. You got a ton of work. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it very much. and you are welcome at any time. So, Marie, what have you got planned today? Anne and I and her friend, we are going to Chinese today. That's always good. It's getting warmer outside. It'll probably get warmer in the house, but that won't happen very long. Yeah, this one thing don't stay very accurate. It says 70 and the computer says it's 66 with light rain. That's cool. Weed barrier in your flower bed. Marie, have you ever tried that cream? I need to do that in one of our flower bed. You you put your you sprinkle the cream in an area, and then you put mulch over the top of it, and that keeps the seeds from germinating. Then the next year, of course, the mulch will go down to nothing. You rake that back halfway or whatever you can, sprinkle your preem, rake it back the other way, and put preem on the other side. Do the whole area first, like that, and then add a little more mulch. And if it's raining, you're good, but you need to water it in so the preem will go down and it keeps the weeds from and it actually works. I've got all kinds of them seeds from this ash tree out here. Oh my God, it looked like a banana tree. Yeah, it's kind of expensive, but you buy a whole big can of it and it lasts forever. I mean, I've got a can out here I've had for probably 5, 6 years, and it's got a flip top, and you just pour it and kind of shake it. I mean, you don't have to put it on that thick, and then but you have to cover it, or the sunlight will kill it. You cover it with your mulch immediately. I mean, you got a little time. Cover it with your mulch, and then water it in. And I'll probably have to get me some more mulch. I got a little bit out here. Don't have a great big area. I've got irises out here. They're blooming. They're going to look pretty. And they've collected leaves. I did not clean them out. Good morning, Ian. I didn't clean them out. Just left them there. My sister helped me transplant them. They look great. It works. It really does. And the thing of it is, any plants that's already up, you don't want to put it right on them, but you put it around them, and it won't hurt them. And it won't kill the weeds. If you have any weeds, you need to hoe them up, get them out of there. But any seeds, it'll keep that from popping up. And you can bring your mulch back to one side and hoe it, get all the weeds out of it, put your preem, put your mulch back. I've already told you all that. I'm all about doing it the lazy way. Um, I don't think that it will hurt the tulip bulbs because they're already germinating. So I kind of look into that before I put that preem around them. I'd let them pop up before I put the preem around them, just for safety. And I've got some perennials out here like the lavender and the bee balm. They haven't really took off yet, so I won't put preem around them until them get to going. Um, I hope my bee balm comes up. It don't look very promising. I went to a garden center and bought a container of bee balm and planted it last year. That's right, Ian. That's what I do. I cut mine not the tallest. Uh, I think my mower's got like 5 settings. I click it down to the second one from the top, and keep your blade sharpened. I've got a little yard. I can mow it. It takes me longer than that to weed eat and everything, but I can mow it within 30 minutes. So maybe every third time, fourth time, it depends on what the grass looks like. If I think that it's tearing it, I will sharpen the blade. I've only got one blade. It's a push mower. It's a mulcher. I've got a grinder out here. I sharpen the blade and replace it. And I always change the oil the beginning of the season. I just do that one time a year. It takes 20 ounces of oil. Uh, I replaced the spark plug not too long ago. It's starting good, so I'm not going to replace that this year. I probably should check into the air breather. I haven't done that this year. See, I'm thinking of other stuff I got to do. But you're right, Ian. People will mow right to the bottom. Yes, I have checked out his video. Um, he has a book out. I have not bought it. I probably won't change anything that I'm doing. Like I said, I I keep my blade sharpened. I do go ahead and mow it the same direction every time because the way the yard's laid out, you can't you can't really change directions very good. And I don't like the lines. I don't like seeing the lines in the yard. I don't like it. Where they go crisscross, I don't like that. My opinion, I don't like it. But Ron is correct. You need to change the direction of cutting every time. I don't do that. I just walk the perimeter and just keep going in until I get to the center. I'm done. That going crisscross and stuff, too much work for me. If I get it cut doing it the way I'm doing it, I'm good. Okay, you're going to aerate it tomorrow or tonight. Okay. Yeah, I know, but I don't do it that way. Mine is a mulching lawnmower. It doesn't blow the grass, and I start from the left side and work myself in from the right side all the way around. Ardo, what about the shooters? Did they drag him out by his ears? Upload a video of what you got. I'd like to see it. Maybe Dog's typing right now, telling us all about it. They said they called in the SWAT team. That'd be kind of cool to watch from a distance. Go down there and holler, "Hey, Flatfoot!" That gets some people riled up. Still there, they are getting negotiator to talk him out. He shot at a female cop. Well, that'll get him the goddamn beating. Good morning, fat boy. Marshall, good morning. Yep, they called the dogs in. Hi from the UK, Marshall. Good morning from UK. Yeah, he's in trouble now. Well, that's good. I'm glad he didn't hit her. If he hit her, he'd already be dead. Um, our dog lives in Michigan, and right down the street, they had a shooter, and they called in a SWAT team. And you can read the chat. They said he shot at a woman cop, didn't hit her. I'm going to watch that video. I'll be looking for it. Live with the dog. Marshall, it's 4 p.m. there. Okay. About supper time for you then. I don't know what Grizz is doing. Oh my. I think it's AT&T, AT&T or something like that. One of them internet. Boy, he was giving them heck. Oh, dog. That could be one of my favorites. I love spam. Pam does not like spam, but they always lay it down and slice it that way. I'm a I'm a thinking if you cut it the thick way would would work. You might get you could possibly get three pieces out of it. It'd be a little harder to cut it that way, but man, you could pick that up and have you a big sandwich. Yeah, fat boy, AT&T is a ripoff. Well, we are very lucky here. I have cable and a quarter-inch thick. Awesome. Well, I don't know how to pronounce that. You say something jambalaya. I've never heard of it. I would try it. I wouldn't be the one cooking it, but if somebody else cooked it, I would try it. I go for easy anymore. Good stuff. Our dog said, "Yep, good stuff." Spam fritters. Well, you can't go wrong with spam and hash browns. Or fried potatoes and onions. Love fried potatoes and onions if they're done right. I can't cook them. I burn them or don't get them done. I get in a hurry. Folks, I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I drank a pot of coffee today by myself, and I had to get rid of part of it. Well, Rooster, why would you want to buy the light? If you're going to buy spam, go for the gusto. No, that's okay, Ann. I'll just meet you up there. Not a problem. It's not that far. I'll just meet you up there at 11:30. Then if I want to go check the world out after that, why I can. It tried to rain, so they're probably not down there working on the bridge. I thought maybe I might go down there and catch them working. Fortune, go get him out of there, dog. Go get him. Oh no, it sprinkled a little bit. Well, have they worked this week at all? And it was Monday, so I had the run of the place down there because there was nobody in the license branch. But their parking lot is tore up. I don't know how. I guess they got more traffic on the backside of people turning around, and it's a cluster if you have to go in there for something. I wonder if Bill's going to replace that for him because, as far as I know, he still owns that building. No, and today is Wednesday. Come on, get with the program. You think they'll fix the whole parking lot or just there in front? It's going to look nice, but other than the logs on the other bridge, I can't see. Of course, you said there was structure damage, so I don't know. Fix all of it. Okay, that's good. 50 cops, 3 rescue vehicles, 2 fire department trucks. Oh my heavens. On standby. SWAT is there, and city employees at the barricade. Hey, we're having a party. Bring the donuts. Hey, our dog, take your uh, take your hot dog cart down there. Set it up. Man, you're missing a killing there. Take that hot dog cart down there. I'm a telling you, hurry up. I know it'd take you a while to get it ready, but it's coming up. Well, it's 10:30 there. Them people be hungry. Here, hold my gun for me. I gotta go get a hot dog. Yeah, yeah, hired dog. Hurry up. Push that cart down there. Start making hot dogs. Get you a whole bunch of donuts and some coffee. I mean, that's going to go good. Man, where is your head, dog? I'm telling you, they'd eat that up. You got 30 or no, you got 50 cops, 2 donuts apiece, 50 cups of coffee. Oh my God, look at the money. Let's see if this works. Oh, wouldn't let me do it. I put a whole bunch of dollar signs. It wouldn't let me do it. Maybe if I just put one and put a space. It went that time. Yeah, dog, you can be on our dog. Make you a sign that says Iron Dog 63. Put your PayPal account, put your Teespring, get you some hats, sell them. Oh, you should have thought about this. Wonder where Grizz is at. Oh my God, he was giving AT&T what for? And he's got $100 phone. They've already marked it as return. It's locked up. He can't use it for another uh, company. They can claim it back for expenses. Yeah, they can. Yep, they'll buy more that way. You got it, Marshall. That's just too funny. But if you was set up, I mean, tell you, they would come just like that ball diamond. Build it, and they will come. About your luck, one of the cops would give you a fine because you don't have a permit or you're a public nuisance. You just can't have anything nice. Yeah, well, our dog has a hot dog cart, and he goes to different events. Of course, he knows ahead, so he can plan and buy his stuff, and he does quite well. Yep, they're trying to save him. They'll drag him out of there, put him in the can, slap his hand. Don't you do that. He'll be back out there doing it again. Well, I'd stay back far enough I wouldn't have to worry about that. But they're not going to be shooting the dog. They'll be shooting at the cops if he shoots. But he ain't going to be shooting very long. They'll smoke him out of there and bring him out by his ears. Well, I've been on here about an hour and 45 minutes, and I don't know when that uh, had started, but it was going on while our dog was having his live stream, and then I started up after that. So it's probably been going on a good 3 hours at the least. And him shooting at a cop, that ought to buy him a ticket downtown right there. Don't know whether you'll agree, Kim, but I think there's too many guns. They get into the wrong hands too much. Well, it's not the gun's fault. It's the idiots. And I I don't totally agree with you, but there is too many idiots that's got them. The only thing that I think about is like the AK-47 or whatever number that is. I don't see why we need it unless you're in the military or in the police force. You know, you don't need that kind of a gun to go hunting. You know, having a shotgun, a rifle, or a pistol, there's nothing wrong with it. But in the hands of an idiot, it doesn't matter. So why should everybody have to pay for the idiots? And there's people that makes money or make a living selling, making guns. So why should they be uh, jeopardized by an idiot? Yep, it's the idiots. I mean, it's just like a car, you know. Now, I'm not saying they're idiots, but if somebody has a wreck and kills somebody, oh, we need to get rid of cars. That ain't that ain't kosher, you know. And there's accidents. Now, people's not going to accidentally shoot somebody, you know. I guess they've had hunting accidents, but somebody going into a school, a church, a building, and then just start shooting people, that's not an accident. And it's not the gun's fault. I I think that they need to do more strict background checks where you can't just walk in and say, I want that gun right there, give me a handful of ammo and walk out the same day. I don't think that that's right. And I don't know is 3 days is the correct time. I remember back years ago, we don't even have a Kmart store in Vincennes anymore. But I went to the back of the store and bought a 22 rifle. Okay. Paid for it. They handed it to me. There you go. Okay. I I left her lay right there on the counter. I said, you pick that gun up and you carry it to the door. Do what? I'm not carrying it to the door. When you get to the door, I will take it. I'm not carrying the gun through the store. Okay. So he picked the gun up. I don't know if I followed him or he followed me. We got to the door. He handed me a gun. I said, thank you. Have a nice day. And we shot all weapons from my service in the special forces. See, that right there is wonderful, Marshall. You go to a shooting range, you can shoot any gun there. That's great. I agree. Uh, and did you leave? Let's see how many people's still in here. 7 people watching. Yep. I mean, I have a lot of guns. Um, I don't have a gun permit anymore because my second wife, I ended up in the hospital twice and they took my gun permit away from me. Um, I have no intentions on going hunting, so I haven't reapplied for a gun permit. And my way of thinking is I don't have a gun permit. If something happens, turn in your guns. I don't have any guns. I don't have any records of any guns. Pam has been in the process of trying to get her a gun permit. So, if something said, them's her guns, you know. That's right, Rooster. It doesn't matter. But it would stop you from going into a sporting goods store and just buy a gun and walk out with it. Now, I can't remember, but I think in Indiana, I didn't even have to show a gun permit. I just put the money down, grabbed the gun. Of course, I had them to carry it out. And, I don't remember how that worked. But in Illinois, you have to have a gun permit. You have to have a gun permit to just buy the shells or ammo. But you are right, Rooster. If you want a gun that bad, you'll get it. There's a lot of what they call it, black market, where you can buy it from an individual, and you don't have to go through all the perks and what have you. I'm a thinking the Second Amendment. Oh, sorry about that, Rooster. Yeah, Second Amendment, right to bear arms, and I agree with that. We've lost a lot of men to uh, support that right and to protect our country. And I think that you should have the right to protect yourself and property and family, whether you have a gun permit or not. But like I said, I can't walk and hunt like I used to. Used to do it all the time. There's too much stuff out there that you can buy. Um, my second wife didn't like wild meat. She didn't like squirrels or rabbits. And I don't think that Pam's real crazy about it today either. So there's no reason for me to go hunting squirrels and rabbits. And I never was good at uh, deer hunting. I done a lot of deer hunting and setting and watching and waiting and not get a deer. But I'm all for it for people, and I love that. There was a guy that worked with us, and he would get a deer every year, maybe more than one, but he always had it processed, and he would get Slim Jims made and summer sausage and jerky and stuff like that, and he would bring it in a little at a time for us to eat. Well, now Rooster, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that if he has no more offenses, I don't know what he had a felony for, but after 7 years, that will be dropped, even though he did have a felony. Well, hello, Grizz. You're just here in time for me to shut her down. Good morning, Bobby. So, I would check into that. If it's been 7 years, I'm thinking he could go ahead and reapply. Could be wrong. Well, the thing that caused me trouble was I had a nervous breakdown. Not a problem, Grizz. Let's see. Brian says, tell us what your fourth like doesn't like him. Well, let's see what you're talking about. Okay, I got 13 likes. All right. As far as I know, any conviction felony cannot own one. You check into it, Rooster, but I think after 7 years, if there's no more offenses, he can apply. Check the law. He didn't, but he did the same as me. Okay. You won't sell it, Bobby? Okay. Bobby, Brian, Grizz, if you're still hearing me, I'm so sorry, but my sister is on here, and she has invited me to go meet up with her at the Chinese. So I need to shut down here and get some things taken care of. And I got to go to the bank. I don't know what all. So for now, everybody, thank you, every one of you. I've been on here for a little over 2 hours. Sorry, Grizz. I'll catch up with you again. I loved your video on the phone. Uh, I might be back on here tonight. So may the peace and the power of the Lord be with you. Goodbye.